vacation or running errands or something. Well, that was a perfect depiction of my life. Hey everyone, Dev Walker here, and welcome back to my channel. Give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy travel, lifestyle, fashion, and a little bit of yapping videos. I am back with another video. Today we are talking about my most complimented designer fragrances. Y'all, I made the mistake 2 years ago and stumbled on the perfume side of TikTok, and I realized I need to step my perfume game up. So over the years, maybe like the last 2-3 years, I've really been trying to figure out what scents and what notes really like gravitate towards me. And I got myself a little perfume collection. So I'm going to share the ones that have gotten me the most compliments when I go to events or when I run errands or whatever the case may be. Now, I don't plan to have, 75 bottles of perfume. For me, that's crazy. Now, for other people who like it, more power to them. We do not police the girls on this side of the internet. You do what you want to do with your coins. But for me, I'm okay with a good 8 to 10 bottles of perfume. So I got it narrowed down to a few. So let's talk about my most complimented designer fragrances. Please don't drop it. Please don't drop it. Okay, so here is my current perfume collection. There's probably a few bottles missing, not many, maybe like 2 that are in my room, but these are the ones that I reach for the most. And I love this gold perfume organizer, y'all. It's 3 layers and it's gold, and you guys know I am a sucker for gold. And I just love how it just makes my perfume bottles, look on display. I got this from Amazon, so I will link it down below in the description box. So yeah, here are the main perfumes that I reach for on a regular basis, whether I'm going on vacation or running errands or something. Well, that was a perfect depiction of my life. So I got it narrowed down to a couple of fragrances that have really gotten me the most compliments. And every single time I wear these, someone, man or woman, is always going to stop me. So let's get started. The first fragrance by far, y'all, I only wore this once to one party. And when I say about 7 to 8 men, specifically straight men, stopped me and told me I smelled good and demanded that they know what I had on. And this is actually one of the latest in my collection. This is the Louis Vuitton perfume in the scent Elves. I love that purple liquid. I picked this up in Mykonos, Greece over the summer. If you watched my Greece vlog, you would see when I got this. So the notes in Elves are peach, ginger, cinnamon, rose. I told you guys I've been obsessing over rose lately. Bulgarian rose, violet, and lily of the valley, and also patchouli. I don't know what patchouli is. I think it's another flower. But overall, this is an amazing, fresh floral scent. Y'all, I love it. And I haven't really put that much of a dent in it because I'm really trying to preserve this bottle, because at this price point, I need to be careful because I don't want to have to keep buying this. But Louis Vuitton has so many different fragrances. They definitely have something for everyone. I haven't tried them all because after a while it does get a bit overwhelming. But when they told me that this was one of the newest ones, I tried it and I fell in love with it. So I would definitely recommend Elves. This is 100% at the top of my list. If I want men specifically to stop me and tell me I smell good, this is what I'm putting on. Now, in this economy, I cannot come on here in good faith and tell someone to go out and spend $350 on a perfume. But if you have it to splurge, then definitely go for it. It's definitely worth it to me. It's unfortunate that Louis doesn't really make much like samples that you can buy. You can go in and maybe try some and maybe they'll give you some, but it's not like you can order a smaller size of this fragrance like you can many others at like Sephora or Ulta. So hopefully they change that. Next up in my most complimented designer fragrances, I'm going with a tried and true. A lot of girls said that they didn't really like this and it didn't do much for them. But for me, it is a go-to, and that is Tom Ford in the scent Electric Cherry. He has another one called Lost Cherry and I believe another called Cherry Smoke. But Electric Cherry is my favorite once it gets in focus. Y'all see this camera is always embarrassing me. There it is, Tom Ford Electric Cherry. I had the smaller bottle from Sephora and then I finished that and I just had to get this one. I remember I got into an Uber, and usually my settings or conversation settings is usually quiet. I like quiet rides. I really don't want to chit chat. But my Uber driver literally said, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I really have to ask you, what perfume are you wearing? Because I want to get it from my wife." So hopefully he got that. And to wifey, I hope you got this good scent from your husband. So Tom Ford Electric Cherry has notes of morello cherry, ginger, jasmine, musk, and pink peppercorn. I don't really know what all of those are. I'm just reading off the notes to people who know about stuff like this. But when I wear this, men usually compliment me as well. Not that I really care much about a man's opinion. Please don't take that and run with it. But I noticed that mostly men tend to compliment me on this fragrance. This is a bit pricey as well. The larger bottle is $400. The smaller one is $250. But they do have like smaller sizes that are like maybe like 50, 60 bucks that are worth trying. And you can always return at Sephora within 30 days. So I will link all of my fragrances down below. But Tom Ford Electric Cherry, a go-to. Next up, if you watch any of my videos, you know that I had to come with a scent from this brand, and that is none other than Forvr Mood. Anything by Forvr Mood. To be honest, if you ask me what's my favorite Forvr Mood scent, it's usually whichever one I'm wearing that day. I can never decide, but if I had to narrow it down to two of what has gotten me the most compliments, it is definitely a tie between Hard to Get and NDA. And to be honest with you, this is going to sound crazy. I did not like NDA at first. I hated this at first. I don't know why. I sprayed it on the paper and it was just overbearing and I just didn't like it. And then I remember watching a video by Jackie on TikTok and she was like, spray the perfume on your skin first. And I didn't spray it on my skin. I sprayed it on paper. But when I sprayed it on my skin, completely fell in love, completely different scent. I don't know what that was on that paper, but on my skin, the best. So NDA has notes of rum, tobacco flower, plum, tonka bean, and vanilla bean. To be honest with you, these are scents that I never would have thought that I would like, but you know, Jackie is a pro at this. So this NDA, absolutely the best. I usually wear it for like nighttime events. If I'm going on vacation or to dinner, I'll usually throw this on. And for the daytime, if I'm going to a daytime event or like a day at the beach, I'm usually going to reach for Hard to Get. If you like the smell of like a lemon vanilla candy, this is definitely your go-to. So the notes in Hard to Get are lemon blossoms, citrus zest, wild freesia, jasmine, and whipped vanilla. I'm noticing that vanilla is really like a favorite of mine because most of my favorite fragrances do have some hint of vanilla in it. Now, what I love about Forvr Mood is the price point. The perfumes, I know a lot of people complain that they don't last very long, but they are $80 a bottle. And for this much liquid, you really can't complain for, again, $80. Like I just put up perfumes that are $300 and $400 a bottle. Hello. So I don't think $80 isn't bad. There's also smaller sizes that you can get for about 30 bucks. I'll link those down below as well. But definitely give Forvr Mood a try. This next fragrance I stumbled upon literally by accident. I was in Hermes buying sandals and I was just looking at the counter and I was like, oh, what's this? You guys got perfumes? Because I didn't know that they were making sense. And the SA told me, yeah, maybe try this one. And fell in love, bought it. I bought this in Amsterdam and it is Hermes Tutti Twilly. If I had to summarize what this smells like, I've said it before, it reminds me of flowers wrapped in baby powder. So the notes are gentle ginger blossom, mellow lychee, and enveloping musk notes. I didn't really think that I was a musk girl, but here we are. This scent, wonderful. I've had multiple men compliment me on this as well. Same for women. If you can tell, I am literally on my last drop. This perfume, I think I paid about $130 for, so not too bad. They do have another fragrance that I thought was just a little bit too much on the spicy side for me, but Tutti Twilly, once I run out of this, I'm definitely going to re-up. This next one is probably the only true unisex fragrance that I really like. Most unisex fragrances tend to turn me off. I usually teeter towards the more feminine ones, but This is the latest one in my collection. I wear it just about all the time when I'm leaving the house because it's so fresh. And that is none other than Maison Francis Kurkdjian in the scent a la rose. I don't know why I'm always so backlit. Like, what does this camera want me to do to get things in focus? Like, come on. Is that it? All right, there it is. Maison Francis Kurkdjian in the scent a la rose. I got this in LA earlier this year. This is my go-to scent, y'all. I'm wearing this almost every day. I'm trying to preserve it because it does cost $300, but it just smells so good. And as a unisex fragrance, I feel like if I smelled this on a man, I would definitely compliment him. Some of my fragrances, I feel like if a man wore them, I would be like, why are you wearing a woman's perfume? But this is definitely a vibe. So the notes in a la rose is obviously rose from Bulgaria, Calabrian bergamot, and California orange. There's also notes of centifolia rose, violet, and magnolia. The base notes are cedarwood and musk. Once again, never thought I was a musk or a woody girl, but hey, here we are, because most of my favorites really have these as the base. But a la rose, y'all, I spray this going to the gym. I spray this going to run errands. I spray this going to the airport, and it's just so fresh. It smells like a bouquet of fresh roses. So once again, if you want to splurge, definitely check this out. This is $275, ouch. But MFK does make smaller sizes of this particular fragrance, so I'll link that down below as well. And I know a lot of people like Baccarat Rouge, and y'all, I do have the sample. It's up there, and Baccarat Rouge just doesn't work for me. I don't know who it's working for. It's like when I spray it on paper, it actually smells good, but the dry down on me, I don't know. Me and Baccarat Rouge just don't get along. But me and a la rose, we go together real bad. And last but not least, this might be one of everybody's favorite designer fragrances. I haven't heard anything bad about it. And that is none other than Parfum de Marly in the scent Delina. I love that soft pink bottle. Now, I actually got this maybe like 2 years ago at an event at Nordstrom. They gave me 2 of them. So I have really been trying to salvage these because although I really love this scent, I really don't want to pay $400 for this bottle. This one is a little bit less, maybe like $275, but I'm trying to hold on to this for as long as I can. But I do get a lot of compliments when I wear this. Now, the notes here, again, Turkish rose, peony, vanilla, cashmere musk, and lychee. I think I already said lychee, and bergamot. But whatever combo is in here, once again, it's like powdery, floral. I really, really like this scent. I don't know if I would splurge on this though. I think if I wanted to spend another $400, I would probably buy either A, another Tom Ford, or B, another Louis Vuitton Elves. But if you are really into like powdery scents and fruity floral scents, this is definitely the way to go. I usually wear this out to like events. I don't really wear this to just go to like brunch or something like that, but I am always almost guaranteed to get a compliment when I wear this one. So definitely would recommend if you are on the market for a powdery, fruity floral fragrance. And that wraps up my most complimented designer fragrances. Girls, feel free to sound off in the comments and tell me what some of your personal favorite designer fragrances are. What gets you the most compliments when you go outside, because I'm actually on the hunt for maybe like 1 to 2 more new scents. So let me know what y'all are wearing in the comments. If you made it this far, please give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you here on this side of the internet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.